Not bad. Hello, my name is Jragon, and welcome to the third episode of the Create Deep Dive series. And I just had this boy show up, and he's selling a few things that I thought looked really cool. I got this Aether sapling, and I have no idea what it's going to look like, but before we do that, I also got tons of blocks and clay to build with, so I can build up this factory how I want it to. But before we get into today's episode, we reached 400 subscribers officially, so big thank you to everyone who is subscribing from either these videos or from the one short I made that blew up and has like 86,000 views, something like that. So thank you to everyone who's subscribing, and if you are new here, or if you've been coming back and aren't subscribed yet, then do be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. It helps me out a ton, and I have a goal to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year, so let's try and make that a reality. Anyways, moving on. Aether sapling. I have no idea what this looks like, but I want to know what it does, so I want to see how cool it looks. Oh, you are a big boy. Hello. I didn't expect it to be tall. That's taller than my machine. Holy shit, that is huge. Hello. I will gladly take you. And you're like a deep blue? Okay. I can get used to this. Well, I'm glad I didn't grow this anywhere that was kind of constricted, because this is a massive tree. My god. So we got a stack of saplings and 3 stacks of wood from one tree. That is insane. Alright. Well, that was interesting. But anyways, episode 3, what I want to do. So, we got this factory building that we have to build up still. We do have plenty of supplies to do so, but I'm kind of wanting to hold out for that just for a second, because I do plan on using iron blocks, or at least something that uses iron, because I want to put a big old symbol on the front of this building. And I could probably use something like this sheet metal, which is a little expensive. It's not the worst, but it takes an iron block per, so it's a little expensive. And we could use that and like this cast iron sheet metal. Bro, get the hell, what are you doing? Get out of my face, man. Come on. So, what I want to do today is, I do want to get a tree farm, but I'm not going to make one automated. So what we can do now is make ourselves a little saw. And what these will do, and to demonstrate, I'm actually just going to use one of these big trees. The way these work are actually really cool, but the only problem is collecting the resources afterwards is a bit of a hassle. Because you either have to make a really long waterway so the resources flow back if you have a really tall tree, or you just make it so that there's a big ass wall so the resources don't fly everywhere. But we can take our tree, we can take our saw and put it down against it, and we can take our little thing right here. And whenever it breaks, you can see the entire, almost the entire tree goes, but you can tell it just goes straight forward pretty damn far, depending on how the tree is generated. So we're probably not going to use these Aether saplings, although they do look really cool. And if need be, I can grow these manually, just because they give so much wood anyways, so we'll be okay. So yeah, I want to make a tree farm using that mechanical saw, and probably just use a little spinning mechanism to do so, and I think I have an idea on what I can do. So all we're going to need to do is make a few of these redstone links, and they're pretty cheap, which is really nice. So let me pick up these bad boys. Luckily we still have plenty of brass, and each of them makes 2, so we're going to need, I'm just going to say 2 crafts for that, so that'll be okay. So we just do that and do some of that, and then we get our redstone links. And the reason why I want to use these is because I want to use clutches in order to turn the machines off and on, just so I can have it controllable in the way that I want it to be. Let's get these clutches, there we go. And then we're also going to need 2 mechanical bearings. We're also going to need 2 water wheels, although we will need a large cog wheel, which we can just make real quick. Yeah, okay, here we go. So we got 2 large, or 2 small water wheels, we got mechanical bearings and clutches. The reason why I want to use mechanical bearings is because anything that spins with them, including these mechanical saws, which we actually are going to need to make a little bit more. Anything that spins with them doesn't require any rotational force, it just spins and automatically goes anyways. So that means we can have plenty of mechanical saws on there without needing a ton of rotational force, because it'll be rotating a machine anyways. Now we are going to need a few deployers as well, just so we can put down the saplings. So I'm thinking just 1 per, just so we don't have to use up too many of these electron tubes. There we go. we got all that. We need 2 water buckets, which we already have in here. And I am going to empty this out real quick. The last thing we're going to need is a few chests, which isn't that hard to make. We'll probably just use like 1 iron one. And we're also going to need portable storage interfaces, which these are also really cheap. We're only going to need 2 of them because we only have 2 machines. And we already have actually the 2 chutes that we need. Sick. So what these do is these attach to moving machines and they just take out anything that's you want them to take out from the inventory. Yeah, so you could just take out anything. So we're actually going to need 2 of these brass funnels because then we can just put a filter on there and say anything but the saplings we'll take out. All right, so we got our iron chests. We got our portable storage interfaces, which is perfect. I think this is all we'll need for right now. So I'm just going to build these both right over here just so I have a decent amount of space. And this is a pretty flat area. The way we're going to build these is we're going to take our water wheels and just put them into the ground like that. Put some water down. This will get them spinning. And I'm only going to make 1 right now. But all we're going to do is put on our clutch. We're going to grab our redstone link and we're going to make it these oak saplings. And then on top of that clutch, we are going to put down our mechanical bearing. So this will be the machine that spins. We're going to have a few blocks come down and have the saws on the outside of this. And we'll also have the deployer in front of those saws just so they can break whatever saplings get placed. But I need to go to sleep. So there we go. That should be good to go. All I need to do now is stick all these blocks together. So to fix this spinning the wrong way, we just put the water bucket going the other way. And then look at that. It'll spin, it'll place down the saplings, and whenever this grows up, these saws will run into it, and they will break the tree, and then gather all the items automatically. And you can see, as you can see, these 2 stick together for just a second, but because there's no items, it doesn't do anything. So let's get our second one set up real quick. We just need to make 2 more portable storage interfaces. Now we got these things running. We already got 11 planks, which isn't a lot, but we literally just built this machine. And all we need to do now is if we want to turn this off, we can just have a little switch right here. And these will actually need to be changed to receivers. All right, we got our lever, we got our machines running, so we can switch this on. You can tell that they stop. They do stop moving, so they will break whatever saplings that they are on. Like as you can tell, this one broke one. But I don't think that's too bad, especially if there's already saplings around this anyways, so I think it'll be okay. I just need to make sure that there's dirt on this side for it to actually place saplings down. So, another thing I want to do, I want to get some big storage built up, not in the same factory building as that, and I will be building a different one for this. But I do want to get some really big storage built up with tons of like the funnels and depots, because I really think having it be able to be like a chest on the outside and then a funnel and a depot there to pick up your items, I think that's a really cool idea. And I think actually a really easy way we can do this is by using belts. So I'm going to go into Creative World real quick and I'm going to show you guys what I mean. Alright, so this is the storage system I was talking about. It's really simple and it doesn't use any stress units, but this machine will spin as fast as possible because belts don't actually use any stress units. So we can use 1 tiny water wheel and a few cog wheels, and then we get this big machine that spins as fast as possible or close to it. And we got this barrel that spits out items, and then these chests that will pick up items depending on this brass funnel's filter. And we have the funnels out here that just spit out items. So let's say we wanted to store up a ton of stone, and I mean like a good amount of stone. We just shove all that in there, this starts pouring out, and it'll all go straight into this first chest. And if we need extra storage space, we could just make another one of these filters, the same thing, and then whenever this one's filled up and this one's not taking in anymore, it'll just go to the next. Oh, another thing that's good about that storage system is if I want to store multiple things in one chest, all we need to do is just make a filter and apply it to the brass funnel behind it instead of a single block. The main problem I'm going to have with the storage system is I do not actually have enough redstone to make these electron tubes for how many I want to have, because I want to sort out quite a decent amount of stuff. But we definitely need to get redstone, so I'm gonna go do that real quick. And we have a Fortune 2 pick, so this actually should go by pretty quickly. Alright, so all I'm really going to need is these chests and a lot of this redstone. But we are going to need to store quite a good amount of this. So we got our quartz, we have our redstone. We can just quickly make all of this into rose quartz. And we're going to need quite a bit of sandpaper to turn it all down into the polished kind. There we go. We got our polished rose quartz, and now we're going to need to compress down a full stack of iron. Then we make all these into our electron tubes, and there we go. Now we got a full stack of them. So let's find a place to build this machine at, or the storage system at. I want it to be fairly close to where we are already at. I'm thinking maybe we can have it over here, like a centralized little warehouse. And this area over here is pretty flat, so we can definitely build something quite large. And if we need any extra storage, we can just send it underground. So I think that'll work pretty well. So let's get let's get a base design for this real quick. So I'm testing things out with this iron sheet metal right now, and I think it does look really good, and I do like it. Having that go all the way around this will be really expensive. Because that was already, that little bit was 3 blocks of iron. And I do have a little bit of crimsite, which I can crush down into more. Alright, 21 iron blocks. This will turn into not that many, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, that did about half. 21 iron blocks did about half of this. Ugh. And if I want to use some for more up there, it'll take even more blocks of iron. God, am I glad. I'm gonna have to AFK this thing for so long. Yeah, look at that. We're only down to 194 ingots now. That's really not that good. We were at like 700 when we started this. No, curse the mod and making these sheet metal blocks so expensive. If it was 1 iron ingot per like sheet metal block, that would be so much easier. Jeez, even 6 full stacks of iron didn't do it, but at least we're close. So it'll only take 2 more blocks just to fill up the rest of that wall. But my god, so expensive. Okay, and then this is just gonna be a door. We'll have a nice large thing that can go probably into the ground, I imagine. Alright, I got the door working. It took me a little bit, but I figured it out. I'm literally just going to use 1 piston because I can't be bothered, but if we step on these pressure plates, bam, it opens, and then a second later, it closes. So, we got it all working nice and good. So that's interesting, but we'll make these a little bit thicker at some point, but these will have each iron, wood, and stone, just for some bulk storage up here, and then we can also have some like liquid storage up there for anything we want. So I'm going to set up a little dummy storage system right here, just so I don't forget how it's going to work. Just so I don't forget what I'm doing here. And then we'll also put down a chest right here, just full of the supplies that I'm going to need. But I'm actually happy with the progress we made so far. We used up a ton of iron, but we did get this wood farm up and running, which has already generated a ton of oak logs. We got a little bit of a base over there going. But yeah, not bad. I will say progress today has been pretty good. So if you see this factory done, either by the next episode or the episode after it, you'll know that I've done it just off camera. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, do be sure to hit the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell icon to be notified of whenever I upload. And of course, if you guys would like to, if you would like me to continue this series, then do be sure to comment down below as well. But anyways, hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will talk to you all later.